My friends, it is certainly not the most wonderful time of the year, and I'm not talking about Christmas or the approaching holiday season. I'm talking about political ad season. And it's a shame. It's fall. The autumn has come. I love this time of year. The leaves are changing colors, it's getting cooler outside, it's beautiful. But it's being ruined because everywhere I look, when I go out for a walk, I'm seeing signs up for yet more corrupt politicians. So I come home and I look at a screen, whether it's a TV or a phone, and I see more political ads, spouting more lies, completely spoiling our day. And it's not just one, it's never one, it's 2, 3, 4 in a commercial break, 2, 3 in a row on YouTube. So, what's the problem with all these ads beyond how frequent they are? It's how full of lies they are. And I don't care which party's ads you're looking at, whether it's state, local, national, doesn't matter. All of these politicians are promising to fix your problems that they caused, to fix the problems that their friends who are backing them caused. The two parties who are secretly colluding behind the scenes with the same groups of elites in many cases, and who only ever find themselves in opposition when there are differing groups of rich elites vying for their own agenda. They have caused all of our problems. Their systems have caused all of our problems. The economy, they wrecked. They rigged to continue lining their own pockets at our expense, keeping us poor in wage slavery and debt slavery. The education system that they've turned into an indoctrination center that doesn't actually teach you any of what you need for a practical life. A college system that's become widely corporatized and is so obsessed with profit that they drive you into lifelong debt on purpose to make sure that you will continue to work in their system to pay that off forever and can never be free of them. The issues that they keep promising to solve, yet somehow never do. They always promise things are going to get better and keep making them worse. Then 4 years go by, and they run on a campaign to fix the new problems they caused, somehow blaming someone else every time. The politicians, regardless of the so-called parties, they are the enemies of progress. They are against the people. Every single one of them has been against the people forever. They aren't fighting for your future. They aren't fighting for our tomorrow. They're simply playing a game of 3-card Monty, shuffling people around to make it look like you have a choice that you never have. The election is not the path to change, and their so-called democracy is not the will of the people enacted. It's the will of the few, the elites, being enacted in a way that they can try to use an excuse of popular support that they don't truly have. Controlled opposition, engineered consent to make it seem that somehow you have a chance to change things with a vote. Meanwhile, it's all been bought and paid for a long time ago. They have never cared about making things better for us. Only for the elites, only for the rich, only for those who have been backing them, supporting them, lobbying, bribing, and corrupting for decades. But somehow they seem to think they can convince us that they are going to solve the problems they caused. Let me ask you, brothers and sisters, are you falling for their nonsense? I'm heartened to see how many people are no longer listening to their lies, who realize that no one within the system will make their lives better. But that leads to the question of what do we do? Because I still see so many people who say, things will never get better, and so it's time to give up. My friends, it is not time to give up. People are awakening from their slumber. And it's time for the people to awaken. It's time for us to take back control of our own future. To take into our hands the tools, the means, and most importantly, the unified will, the collective will of the people to build a future for us. A future for each of us where opportunity will not be withheld, will not be stripped away, but where those who have the will, who have the drive, can build their future. A future for us to have everything that they have withheld. Opportunity, stability, to actually have a system that works for us. They create chaos and promise us order. They create distrust and promise unity. They strip away opportunity and then promise you that the economy is going to start working for you. I'm sure they have wonderful health care. How's yours? Do they have to worry about their groceries? I know we do. I'm sure you do too. And I'm sure they've never struggled to pay a bill or wondered where the money's going to come from. We have. I know you know what I mean. You see, my friends, I feel your struggle because I have lived your struggle, and I still am. It's our struggle. And who's to blame? Who's responsible? The same elites who are promising that they're going to solve it every 4 years and never do. The same corrupt, the same rich, the same elites who continue to strip away our future and promise that they're going to hand it to you. They will never hand it to you. They have never handed it to you. Change will not come from within the system, but come from the hands of the people. We must unify. We must stand together as one unified people to wrest back control of our own future from the hands of those who have denied us. From the hands of those who have put us down, who have oppressed us and forced us into wage slavery, debt slavery, and slavery of the mind peddled by their corporate media. Tomorrow belongs to us, brothers and sisters. Don't hand it to them. That is why I created Rubicon. That is why I encourage those who join us to stand with us, to unify, and to organize. And organization will be key to build our future. Not to beg for it, or to wait for it, or to grovel for the crumbs they would throw, but to take into the hands of the strong, the people, from the weak who have kept that future from us. Why are they weak? Because they have not had to struggle. They've just stolen the wealth from the sweat and blood of our people, from the workers, from the poor. And why are the people strong? You know in your heart why. You know that you're strong. Because you've had to shoulder the burdens. You've done the work. You have fought the struggle, physically, mentally, emotionally, as their systems have tried to tear you down, to put you into a permanent state that they could keep you in that mental prison that you can't break free. You can't have a future, only they can give it to you. We are the future, brothers and sisters, not them. You've had to fight to survive. They never have. So why would these weak, pampered, corrupt politicians hand you something that they can't build? But you can. We can build that future together, brothers and sisters. That's why I hope each and every one of you will join me in Rubicon. And even if you don't, I'm sure that many of you are skeptical. I don't blame you. There have been a lot of charlatans peddling their ideas for years. I hope you will give us a chance to prove that we aren't. But to those of you who are hesitant, I say, organize at your local level. Organize even with those you know. And if you don't know, start meeting people. It's harder to do these days, I know. But whether it's at the local level or in Rubicon, where you can find brothers and sisters who will stand with you, where I will stand with you. The people are your family. Your brothers and sisters are more than just a title. They are with you in the struggle. So get organized, get unified, and remember, this is not a division of the people against ourselves. It is a struggle that it has always been of us versus them, the people versus the elites. And only together, as one people, are we going to take back our future together. Thank you for joining me today, my friends. And I hope to see you next time. Caesar out.